Lift the Lord. What joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye people. Lift up your head, all ye gates, and be lifted up, the everlasting doors, and the King of glory. I said the King of glory shall come in. Who is that King? The Lord, mighty in battle. Who is that King? The Lord, strong and mighty. Who is that King? The Lord, that's the lifter of your head. Somebody, holla glory. Somebody, holla glory. Somebody, holla glory. Somebody, holla glory in here. Hey, I feel a turning in here. I feel a turning in here. I said I feel a turning in here. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, God is here.
God is here.
Look at your other neighbor and say, neighbor, God is here.
God is here.
And while you're in his house, he's getting ready to go to your house. If you need God to go to your house, you ought to get pregnant. If you need God to fix stuff in your house, you ought to just give him a praise right here. You need to sleep with stuff in your house. You give him a praise. But while you're in his house praising him, he'll be moving at your house. Everything is out of order. Everything that's not right, he'll begin to move it. Somebody just holler glory. Again and say, God is here.
God is here.
Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, he's doing it right now. Your neighbor and say, neighbor, he's doing it right now. Whatever it is. I said, whatever it is. I said, whatever it is. He's doing it right now. Glory of the Lord is here. Hallelujah. God, we thank you for what you're about to do. God, we thank you for the anointing in this house. God, make preaching and teaching easy. Move how you want to move. Throw your weight of glory around. I feel glory in here. Something good is about to happen. Something good is about to happen. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, good news is coming to your house. I need y'all to turn me up a little bit. Turn me up a little bit. Say, good news is coming to my house. So God, while we lift you up here, we thank you that it's already worked out. Every blockage that's been holding us back and holding us up is being removed. In the name of Jesus. So God, we thank you. We give you glory. And we give you praise. Hallelujah. Let's go to the word of God quickly. There's a word in this place.
Glory to God.
I know that it's a men's conference. I was torn between 3 different messages. The Lord spoke to me. He said, you're just not only going to speak to the men, you're going to speak to the house corporately.
Come on. Yes, Lord. Thank you, God.
So I'll be obedient
Come on.
in doing that.
Amen.
Let's go to the book of 1 Samuel 17. Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, verses 32 through about 49. First Samuel, chapter 17, verses 32 through 49. I'm going to be reading from the Amplified Version. And it says, David said to Saul, let no man's courage fail because of him, Goliath. Your servant will go out and fight with this Philistine.
Come on.
Then Saul said to David, you are not able to go against this Philistine to fight it. For you are only a young man. He has been a warrior since youth. But David said to Saul, your servant was tending his father's sheep when a lion or a bear came and took the lamb out of the flock. I went after it and attacked it and rescued the lamb from its mouth. And when it rose up against me, I seized it by its whiskers and struck and killed it. Your servant has killed both the lion and the bear. And this uncircumcised Philistine will be like one of them, since he has taunted and defied the armies of the living God. David said to the Lord, who rescued me from the paw of the lion, from the paw of the lion, from the paw of the bear, he will rescue me from the hand of this Philistine. And Saul said to David, go. Look at your neighbor and say, go.
Go.
And may the Lord be with you.
Go.
Then Saul dressed David in his garments and put on a brass helmet on his head and put on a coat of mail of armor on him. Then David fastened his sword over his armor and tried to walk but could not, because he was not used to them. And David said to Saul, I can't go with these because I'm not used to them. So David took them off, and then he took his shepherd's staff in his hand and chose him for himself 5 smooth stones out of the stream bed, and put them in his shepherd's bag, which he had, that is in his shepherd's pouch. And I want to pause right here just to let you know that when he was at the brook, he took a scrip and tied it around that one stone. Look at your neighbor and say, he's getting ready to change your scrip. With his sling in his hand, he approached the Philistine The Philistine came and approached David with his shield bearer in front of him. When the Philistines looked around and said, David, he deserted and disappointed him because he was just a young man with a ruddy complexion and a handsome appearance. The Philistine said to David, I am a dog that you come to me with, your shepherd's staff. And the Philistines cursed David by his gods. And the Philistine also said to David, come to me, and I will give you your flesh to the birds of the sky and the beasts of the field. Then David said to the Philistine, you come to me with a sword and a spear and a javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the Lord, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have taunted. This day the Lord will hand you over to me, and I will strike you down and cut your head off. And I will give you the carcass of the armies of the Philistines this day, to the birds of the air and the wild beasts of the earth, so that all the earth may know that there is a God in AHOP. I said, so all the earth will know that there is a God in AHOP. Oh God. And this entire assembly may know that the Lord does not save with the sword or with the spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will hand you over to us. When the Philistines arose and came forward to meet David, David ran quickly toward the battle line to meet the Philistine. David put his hand into his bag and took out a stone and slung it, and it struck the Philistine on his forehead. The stone penetrated his forehead. He fell to the ground. Most Bibles say he fell to the face of the earth. I want you to look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, all I need is one shot. Now I hear this is the year of shooting your shot. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, all I need is one shot. You may be seated in the presence of the Lord. Let's look at this. David is known as a shepherd's boy. He deals with the sheep. And I want to be very specific about his job description. He doesn't just deal with the sheep, but he cleans up the sheep's mess. Oh, God, Jesus. And I want to declare that everybody is not anointed to clean up mess.
Come on.
Oh, God. Not everybody is anointed to clean up sheep's mess. So you got to be careful what you mess up in this season. Oh, God, Jesus. This is what David is known for. He's known for cleaning up the sheep's mess. He's known for keeping them alive. He smells like the sheep. He deals with the sheep. And this is what he does. And this is what he is known for. But all of a sudden, there is a fierce fight, God, that is getting ready to take place wherein a Philistine is coming. This is the land of giants. There are giants in this land that are now challenging Israel. And now there's a